guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well today. If you're new and you like this kind of content, give it a like and subscribe. And if you're not, thank you so much for checking back in again with me this week. Okay, so this is the video that I've been meaning to make. It's been forever, but I finally had the time and I'm making it now. Today we're going to be talking about my experience and my little item that I bought from Prada. Yes, very exciting. Okay, so I had mentioned it in a video about Coach earlier that I was going to be doing a mini seasonal employment with Prada. So I was there for maybe just around a month just to help out with like sales and like back room stuff and stock stuff. But I thought it might be fun to like discuss my experience. Some of you guys were wondering what it was like, if there was, you know, if I saw any differences between Prada and Coach, etc., etc. So we'll get into all of that today. And lastly, I bought a little item from them. Nothing too special, nothing crazy expensive, but I thought I would show you guys as well. And I would show you the packaging and how it's done because there is protocol. First thing first, see how my hair is tied because this is the Prada way. So that's really important. Is that one thing I noticed is when you're on the sales floor, you really have to look presentable. And that went the same thing for Coach as well. But the Prada way is really to have our hair slicked back. And I actually loved it because I had to wear a mask, right? Because we're in the middle of COVID, and the last thing I would have wanted was to have my hair loose. So I think it was actually great that they were like, oh, we really recommend you tie your hair. And I was like, you know what? That's actually really smart. So this is pretty much my attire. I wore this exact shirt, and I had my hair like this, and I had black pants on, and that was my outfit. Normally there is a Prada uniform, but because I was only seasonal, I didn't need it, so I just wore my own as long as it was all black. Alright, okay, so should we start with what I got or my experience? I think most people are going to want to see what I got, so let's start with that. But first I want to just talk about the packaging. There is a sticker here that basically just closes the top of the bag, right here. It's all white or cream or whatever. So let's take that off. And then on the side here, there's also going to be a Prada ribbon, like this. Fun little fact, there are in fact 8 Pradas on here, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 8 of them. I love this ribbon, I'm totally going to keep it as a souvenir. Anyways, so now we open, here's my little box, ta-da, I got a little card holder, so yes, let's do it. I actually bowed this myself because this is actually the way that Coach bows it. Prada, there's many different ways you can bow it as long as it looks nice. I don't think there's a Prada, like specific Prada bow, or at least I don't think my team was using it, I'm not sure. But if I was the one who was doing the packaging of certain sales, if it was a gift, I would actually bow it the way I was taught at Coach, which I think is the Tiffany bow. So that one's my favorite way to bow. If you guys want to know how, I can totally do a video showing you guys how to wrap the perfect gift, you know, luxury style. But here we go. So here's the bow. Totally keeping this as well. My box. Ta-da! Anyways, so there's Prada, Prada, Prada. And then there's another little felt piece here. Ba-bam! This is Prada. Okay, anyways. So this is a little card case. It's actually, like, it sells on the women's floor, but it's actually a men's card holder. Prada's a very unisex brand in my opinion, and I just didn't feel the need to be like, oh, that's a men's wallet, I can't get that, and I just loved it. So I took this one. What's really fun about this is, well, it's actually all Prada items, is there is, let me find it, there's a little card, and it's the Prada certificate. Like, this is the certificate of authenticity. On the back, it tells me the color, the style number, and what it's called. This is really great. This was one thing that Coach didn't have, which, I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. I just think it's really great that Prada has it because it's very special and unique, and I will frame this card. Yes. Yeah. And it tells you, there's a stamp on it of when you bought it and what location you got it at. We don't always stamp it though, because sometimes it's a gift and it's not like a necessary thing, but yeah. Okay. And then just some random packaging that I have here. Prada, okay. And what I really like about this versus the card holder that I have now, which is a Coach card holder, is that this actually opens on the side. Can you see that? It like opens like this. Oh, by the way, this is the color Foco. It means red. And it's a very classic Prada color. It's like a bright fury red, which I really love. I was in between. There was one that I really wanted. It was an accordion wallet, and it was in the color Prada, which is like a really beigey pink. I loved it. I thought it was so pretty. But right when I was about to buy it, they actually increased the price, and I was super sad because I just, you know, didn't have the money. So I didn't buy it. So I got this instead. Okay, the one bag that I really wanted is the Cleo in black. Last I checked, it was $2,600, which is something that is, you know, $2,600 is about $2,500 more than I have in my bank account. So I could not afford it, but that is the one bag that I've always wanted. If anybody wants to get me a gift, that would be that bag. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Prada. So what did I learn? How was my experience? Did I like it? Did I not? Yes, I loved it, but as you guys know, most of you who follow my channel, I love everything fashion. I like working in the luxury world. There's just nothing more that I love, and I'm not mad about it. I had to get used to it a little bit because I haven't been on the sales floor for quite a bit of time, and this position, like, let me just make very clear, is not, it is a seasonal sales associate position. But I was not really selling. Like, we have our full-time employees who, they were the ones who are really selling. We were there to assist. We did a lot of the inventory, so I did a lot of running back and forth between our stock room upstairs, our stock room on the same floor, and our actual stock room in the back of the shop, which I'm going to get into in just a sec because that was quite a big workout. And I would do wrapping. So obviously this is where I also, like, I'm quite good at it because of the practice that I had at Coach. So that was my main job. And what makes this quite unique to my store, I want to say, is that we were located at a Holt Renfrew, which, if you don't know, is just a luxury department store. It's like Saks, Fifth Avenue. It's like Neiman Marcus. Rest in peace, Neiman Marcus. But it's one of those kind of places, and the way that it works is that we were in the middle of the floor, which meant that a lot of our stock room, like, we had two stock rooms, one across the hall, like across the floor from where our store was located, and then the other one was on the third floor. So if I ever needed to get something, I would have to run all the way to the third floor. Sometimes the escalator was broken, sometimes it was not, okay, but every day that I went into work, I would hit my 10,000 steps, which I thought was great. It was a good workout. And so I would have to run back and forth, back and forth. We also had, like, the way that Holt is divided is by women's wear, men's wear, shoes. Okay, so on the first floor, it's bags and accessories. So it was us, Bottega was behind us, we had Fendi on one side, a normal wall on the other, and then we had Tiffany on the other side. So it was all accessories and bags. And then we had the second floor, which was shoes. Third floor was women's, and fourth floor was men's. And the area that I worked the most in was downstairs, and occasionally, if they needed me, on the men's floor. By the way, I loved the men's floor. I absolutely love it. Like, they were just, I feel like I never had a dull moment up there. I loved it, and I like working in ready to wear as well, which I didn't get to do at Coach. And like, the men's wear is so beautiful, and it like I had mentioned, it's very unisex. So like, half of the items there I could see myself wearing. There's no doubt about that. Like, I thought it was great. My coworkers were absolutely amazing. They were super fun. I had such a good time working with them. And I was just hinting at them the whole time. I was like, you know, guys, you know, if you need me on the men's floor, like, I can come back and work. Like, hire me. Just hire me. And that's when I learned that Prada doesn't hire part-time. And I'm still in school, so that's really unfortunate. They only hire full-time. So if you're somebody who just recently graduated and want a job as sales associate, consider like luxury places, because they only do full-time, which means you're going to get your full hours. And you do get paid, I would like to say, I think pretty well. But please don't ask me in the comments. I'm not going to say, because I don't think it's appropriate in this situation. And don't ask me what the commission was or whatever, because I'm not going to mention it. But just trust me when I say it's fairly good. It's pretty good. if there's one thing I could just say that I guess would be sort of negative, and it's not even that negative, it's really just the price point. Like, it's just how it is. Oh my god, because I'm here and I'm looking at everything that I want to buy, and then I look at the tag and I'm like, oh, that's another thing I can't afford. Oh. You know, like, that was the only thing, because when I was at Coach, there's a huge price point difference for you guys. Just if you didn't know, Coach on average sells their handbags for about $300 to $400. Prada on average sells their handbags for about like $2,000. Give or take. Maybe $1,500. 2,000. 2,000. The nylon stuff is cheaper, even though cheaper is still not affordable to me. But their leather stuff, like their Saffiano, that's when it gets very expensive. Like, I'm sure you guys have all seen their re-edition. There's a 2000 re-edition and a 2005. And on top of that re-edition, I made it in leather. That one is stunning. It has the chain. It's Saffiano. There's the color in Ciprià that I was telling you about earlier. So beautiful, but so expensive. So that's my only negative. That's all I have to say is I can't afford it. But it's not, like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's just a bad thing to me. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I don't know how much I was to cover just because I also was only there for such a short amount of time. I did learn quite a bit of information about the brand simply because I really liked asking people. Like, I'd be like, okay, wait, how much is this? Just so I could get an idea of the numbers. Okay, but what's this leather made of? How is it made? What's this color? Like, I was just talking and asking my, you know, like, my manager everything that I could think of, and I found out that there's hangers for women's wear and men's wear. That's something I didn't know. The women's hangers are smaller. I didn't know that. And something about the buttons on the clothing, it's different for women's and men's, and I just found out a bunch of cool facts. But other than that, I can't say any more information than I have, simply because I'm not as knowledgeable on Prada as I am Coach. I just, in general speaking, I love the experience. I highly recommend it. It was a great team to work with, and I had a lot of fun. So if you guys have any more questions and comments, please let me know down below. But otherwise, I will see you guys all later, and I hope you enjoyed the video.